Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do a quick apology for not uploading in like 3, 4, 5, I don't know how long. I think it's like a week or two at this point. But it's not fully my fault. Like I said, fully. It's on my fault because I should have uploaded the video earlier. But it's just that it is almost summer. It's almost school start where I am. Like I said, I live in the Bronx, New York. So school starts for us on I think September 8th. So like we have like the last 2 weeks of school. So like I'm doing school shopping, getting myself ready, and then squeezing my last bit of vacation out before school starts. And it's not, and the part that's not my fault is the fact that I done had a video recorded. I done recorded it, I done edited it, I done prepped it, I done did my magic to it. And then, like I said before, I'm broke, so I'm using iMovie. So I'm using iMovie, I didn't edit it or whatever, and then I go to upload it. And it says that I cannot upload a video that's over 15 minutes. Keep in mind, my other video, my introduction video, was 15, well, it's not 15. It was 6 minutes long. Like 6, 7 minutes long. I don't really remember. I know it wasn't under 10, it was under 10 minutes. I know that. So it's under 10 minutes long. So I didn't know, and this is my first time using iMovie like that. So I didn't know what the limit was. So it's under 15 minutes. And I already edited it. So what else was I gonna edit? So I just had to scrap that video. I'm gonna save it though because I like this. So like later on when I get my laptop, I'm just gonna upload it or like get a better editor. I'm gonna like re-edit that video. And then I'm gonna post it again because that story time was good. But I'm gonna like since I said I was gonna do a story time instead of doing a Q&A or whatever, I'm gonna tell you a different story time. This story time is less than 15 minutes, so that's why I should have enough time, including the intro and everything. It should be less than 15 minutes, hopefully. But again, I tend to ramble, so we don't know. But let me just get into the story. First of all, let me get rid of this boy. I'm so sorry. That is mad disrespectful. Buckets. Okay, so this story. As you can clearly tell by the title, actually I don't know what I titled this video yet. Whatever the title's gonna be, this story is about the time I done broke my arm. Yes, it hurt like a motherfucker. But I was like 6 or 7. Yeah, I was 6 or 7 because I was tall enough to get on roller coasters. Because this happened the same year I was going to Universal Studios in Orlando with my family. So I was 6 or 7, and it was like May-ish, June, because we still had school, but it was during that time of school where you don't really do nothing. Like it's like you just waiting. Like the teachers, you don't already took your test already. You don't already did the rest of the work. So basically just chilling at school. Like you go to school, you just chill in your classroom until it's time to go. Like basically whatever you do, whatever you want. So I would say like this happened in like late May, early June. So my neighbors are having a cookout. And me being who I was when I was little, I was gonna crash their cookout because they knew my grandfather, so they knew me. So like, it wasn't really like I was crashing it. I was technically not invited because it was like a family cookout. But since my grandfather and dad knew each other for a long time, it was like socially acceptable for me to do that because like they just know how I was already. So I crashed their cookout. I was friends with the kids that lived in their house. So like I'm playing with them. I'm playing with the other kids that came over. And then, the one person I didn't know that was related to them was on my school bus. And, like, he was, like, older than me. Like, he was, like, I would say, like, 8 or 9. But, like, we were still good friends or whatever. So, I was like, oh, hey. And then he tells me that his father's DJing. Like, they're not related, but his father's DJing the party. So, I was like, oh, cool. And then, like, we all hanging out, playing tag, playing hops, playing whatever 6-year-olds play back in that time. I forgot. I don't know. And then we have the idea to go into the park. Now, we don't, like, I never told you how, but the way that this was set up was that there was, like, an elementary school literally right across the street. Because, like, it was like a back street, and there was an elementary school right there, and that's where the elementary school was. And then, like, the courtyard, and then they have recently just built, like, a park, like a little playground for the school. And we being the kids we were, learned how to climb the gate at 6 years old. Keep in mind, it was a tall gate. Like, I'm talking about at least 10 to 15 feet tall. And we don't learn how to climb it. Like, what type of kids are we? Looking back at it, this is why I was so bad, learning how to climb gates. But yeah, so we learned how to climb gates. So I'm thinking, but keep in mind, the kid that went on my bus, he doesn't know how to climb the gate because he doesn't live over here. So he doesn't know he doesn't know what to do, right? So I'm climbing. I'm like, okay, let's go to that park. He's like, okay, but we go to. He goes to look. He tries to go to the regular gate, and it's closed. So I'm like, he's like, oh, how, we can't go to the park. I was like, what are you talking about? We can't go to the park. We can't go in the park. So I'm starting to climb my gate, climbing, and he's like, oh hell no, I'm not doing this. And I was like, come on, it's okay, like, just do it. So it took me like half an hour, but I finally got him over the gate. And it's only both of us, it's only the two of us, because the other kids were too scared to climb the gate because, their parents were right there. So, they couldn't do it while their parents were there, because then if their parents got mad, we can't run away, because we in an enclosed space. So, it's just only us, and, we want to play King of the Hill. If you don't know King of the Hill, it's basically, you have to have, like, four players, right? And there's two at the top of the slide, and then it's at the bottom, and you have to have your sneakers off, and then you have to run on top of the slide, and then you have to like pull the person down and try to basically you have to try to get to the top of the slide and stay there. Basically, it's a never-ending game of trying to get to the top of the slide, whatever. So, but there's only two of us. So I was like, there's like a twisty slide that goes like this, those twisty slides, and I was like, you want to play King of the Hill? Because back then that was the game. So I was like, he was like, yeah, sure. Never play King of the Hill on a twisty slide. Never. This is why. So we playing King of the Hill. We done played a few rounds already. Like we done played a good 10 rounds of King of the Hill with no problems. And then this is when the problems start happening. It's my turn to run up the slide, right? Run up the slide and try to pull him down. And I hold on to his arm, to his leg, right? And I pull him down. But I'm guessing like we playing, so I'm guessing he tries to kick me off, which he's done before. So I'm not paying no mind to it. But I'm at the top. I'm right at the curve. Like I'm right here at this part where it's curving, and he pushes me off. Like I fall off the slide. And then again, like the slide wasn't that tall, so that's why again I wasn't really concerned at the fact that, like I wasn't concerned at the fact that I was falling. You know what I'm saying? Like the slide wasn't tall enough. Like I didn't fall off the slide before, and all I got was like a hurt arm. Like I didn't hurt my arm, but like I never had anything more than a scratch. Like I wasn't really concerned with the fact that I didn't fell. And I'm going through shock, and then I'm holding my arm like this, like oh my god, it hurt. Like I'm just crying, doing a little kid cry, but I'm just thinking it's just gonna be over in a few minutes. I don't move my arm. Oh my god. My arm, it looks like a fucking noodle. Like it's like this. Woo, woo, woo. Like it's just like that. Like my whole arm, like that looked like it looked like an accordion. You could just do like that. Like it was an accordion basically. Like ooh, ooh, like it was crazy. So my friend is screaming. I didn't realize now that I know I'm older, I realize that I was screaming too, but I didn't know I was screaming. I just thought I was just calm. And then all the adults come running in. They see me holding my arm like this. He's like, open your arm, because I'm guessing they already knew what happened. And I kid you not, they all started screaming too, because that was not a normal arm break. My arm was like I done fractured my arm and everything. Like all up here was broken. So the guy ran back into the house. The boy's father ran to the house, got pulled off a curtain from the window, cause I didn't see that. He took the kitchen curtain, pulled it off the thing, ripped it off, cut it up, and then took pieces of wood, and set my arm basically, cause if you ever broke your arm before or broke any part of your body, they have to set it before you get into the ambulance, or while you're in the ambulance they set it so that when they put the cast on it, it's already straight. So he's saying that he's like oh my god, hold still, cause I was in shock at this point, so I didn't feel anything, and I was just still. So he's like, hold him down, like make sure he doesn't move, cause it's gonna hurt. And that hurt like a motherfucker, it hurt really bad. So I'm in the hospital, and then they put me under sedation, they put the IV in my arm, but they can't find my vein, because back then I was I was really skinny and I was really small for my age. But they couldn't find that vein in my arm. So they kept sticking me with the needle until they found my vein. So I'm thinking this is the third time they stuck it in, and then they finally found it, and they finally put the IV, and I go to sleep. And then I wake up, and they be like, okay, I'm so sorry, we don't put the cast on wrong. How do you put a cast on a child wrong? Please tell me. Was you not paying attention? Was you not paying attention? Was you not paying attention to what the hell you was doing? That got me mad. That got my mother mad. That got my grandfather. Like everyone was mad at this point because they had to cut off the thing and they had to put me back under sedation and they had to redo the cast. So when I woke up the second time, they be like, "Is it on right?" Like they mad. Like, "Is it on right this time?" They be like, "Yes, yes, it's on right. I'm sorry for that." I'm like, blah blah blah. But since I'm under two full doses of like anesthesia, I'm like all dizzy, wobbling. I can't walk. Like they have to push me out of the hospital in a wheelchair because I legit cannot walk. And then they trying to give me apple. Like they're saying like he needs to eat. He's gonna want to throwing up. Like when he gets up, he's gonna throw up. So make sure you feed him so he's not throwing up. He's not just throwing up stuff that he doesn't have to somebody. Like give him some food so when he throws up, he's throwing up the food. Like he's not throwing up blood or whatever. Because if you know that when you throw up, and you don't have food in your stomach, you just make it yourself. That's bad for you. That's basically saying. That's basically what they were saying. So I'm trying to eat the cookie. I can't eat. Like I'm just too weak to eat it. So like they have to basically feed me because I'm too weak to hold the cookie. I'm too weak to drink the carton of apple juice. Like it's just crazy. And then we get in the cab to go home. I done knocked out. Like I'm knocked out. And then when we get out the cab to get to the house, the cookout is still going on. And when I got the cab, I'm like a celebrity. Like everyone's running up to me, everyone's signing my cast, everyone's giving me hot dogs and hamburgers. Like I was a celebrity that day. Like I kid you not, in the first hour after I got home, my cast was full of writing. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. Oh my god. And that's basically it. I done went home. I done basically used my arm as a pillow for the next few days, as for the next few months actually. Because my arm had been like this was mad annoying. I couldn't sleep on my arm like that. Cause like I said, I broke my elbow too. So I had the cast right here. So I couldn't even use my arm like this because it would hurt. So I just used my arm like that and used my arm as a pillow. And I have another story about my cast, but I'm gonna tell that into a separate story because this video is already 12 minutes long and I have to end it. But yeah, that's the story about the time I broke my arm. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what you want to hear next. Like what type of video you want next. And like I said before, I will leave my Instagram and Snapchat down below. And that's basically it. Oh, one more thing. I hope to God that I will probably upload again. Don't quote me on this. Do not quote me. But I probably will upload again. Probably in the next 4 to 5 days. Yeah, 4 to 5 days probably I will upload. So look out for that. And there probably will be another story time. Who knows? But yeah, that's all for the video. I hope you have a good day. Bye.